to the NFL, I have no idea. However, I will keep on rooting for him. And Sam Pepper, our producer, you can take all your Jets fandom and transfer it to Southern Miss as well. They still count. They're in the Jets umbrella.
That's great.
Love that.
Sign me up.
Coach Mangini's favorite player. Paul George, 5 years, around $200 million. A little over that, actually.
Hold on, what?
Deal with the Clippers. So, yeah, it's a good deal. So here's the thing. This actually, when I saw this, it made me think of Brandon Marshall's James Harden take. And here's why. Brandon has been defending James Harden because teams ship players around like assets all the time, so what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And the moment Paul George signed this extension, you know what I thought about? Not him retiring a Clipper. I was like, oh, now they can trade him in the offseason. Like, this is a great move for them. Now they have an asset. Like, now, instead of being on an expiring deal, if this year it doesn't work, you can trade him and find another guy to pair with Kawhi Leonard. And the fact that my brain went there validated Brandon's James Harden take. And the Clippers this year won't be very good, but next year when they trade Paul George and get Kawhi someone else, they might be. And Paul George can spend his $200 million elsewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, man, thank you for enlightening me on this. I was shocked. I was like, why are they doing this right now? This makes no sense. Did you see the bubble performance?
It's so they can trade him.
It's so they can trade him.
You know why. Hey, guys, it's been a very tough season for the Chargers. Great quarterback, dismal record. So if you're a lineman on this team, your name is Forrest Lamp. No one's knocking down on your door for endorsement deals. Your name's not Baker or OBJ. State Farm doesn't care. So if you're Forrest Lamp, who are you going to have an endorsement deal with? Oh, I don't know. Show it, Ketta. Lamp. Lamp called and said, Forrest Lamp, would you do a deal with us? And he said, not only would I do a deal with you, my signature lamp is going to be a Sequoia lamp. So it's Forrest Lamp selling Forrest lamps. The only guy more jealous of Forrest Lamp this morning, Henry Ruggs. But don't worry, there's going to be something in that guy's future. Very,
that's
very
good, Jenna. That was funny.
Thank you.
Also, Matt Light.
That was funny.
Why so surprised?
Matt Light.
Let us.
Oh, that's good.
Work the morning on it. Let us head to
Derek
Buffalo.
Carr.
For guys, I have 4 more of these in the G segment. Settle down. I got 4 more names. Right. Let us head to Buffalo. Wings and other things like 2 of the AFC's top contenders. You got your Steelers at 11-1, coming off their first loss of the season. You got the Bills at 9-3, coming off high praise that they're getting from everyone, including our guy Brandon. There's no shot Mike Tomlin's taking this team lightly. Said this week, Josh Allen is a big-time challenge. So, Brandon, your challenge. You root for the Steelers. You also root for the Bills. It's you versus you this week, buddy. What are your keys to the Bills pulling off the win, getting the upset?
Well, you know, the Steelers are my team. I'm a Pittsburgh guy from East Liberty to east side of town. Buffalo Bills is just one of those teams that I talked about before the year that I thought could be in this position because of how they ended last year. Nick Wright laughed at me. Kevin Wildes gave me the funny face. And even you, Jenna, you didn't validate me before the season. And now we're here. This is a show now. And I have to say this. I picked the Pittsburgh Steelers to win the Super Bowl. But, no, actually, I picked them to go to the Super Bowl and lose to the Seattle Seahawks. But I don't think they're going to get this win. This is the Buffalo Bills game to lose. Like, you just can't mess this up. They're banged up. They have an identity crisis on offense. Now, all of a sudden, you lose one game, and all these reports are finally coming out about Big Ben changing plays, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So here are the keys to the Bills' victory right here. Number 1, Josh Allen. I just said it. Don't mess it up. We need you to have 0 turnovers. If you do that, you're going to find yourself in good position in the 4th quarter. Don't mess this up, Josh Allen, okay? The second thing, Stephon Diggs. 2 explosive plays. What do I mean by 2 explosive plays? Well, it could be plus 15, plus 16. We just need 2. I don't need you to have 10 targets or 10 catches, 100-something yards. I don't need that. This is a zone blitzing team. They do a great job of taking wide receivers out. Joe Hayden's down. So when they call your number, make a big play because your team is probably going to lean more towards the run because it's your game. Play smart, play chess, and not checkers. And the last thing is hold James Conner under 60 yards. Why? Because you want Big Ben to cook. Like, let him throw it around. If you stop the run, let Big Ben throw the ball. Let him continue to change the plays. You've seen what happened the last couple weeks with this offense when Big Ben is throwing it 40, 50 times a game. So hold James Conner under 60 yards, and you'll find yourself in good position. Don't mess this up, Buffalo Bills.
All right, Brandon, I love all of that so much. And let me reveal something to you guys that you guys, my colleagues, don't know. Your buddy Nick Wright has been under constant vicious attack all week by the alleged Bills Mafia.
Probably.
They have been so mad at me because what, Wilds? Go ahead. What? Yeah.
I've caught some shrapnel off that. I caught some Nick Wright shrapnel. People in my message, I was like, tell Nick Wright. I'm like, he's like, you're a coward. You need to tell Nick Wright. I was like, no, I'm getting hit too.
Yeah, they're mad. So listen, Bills fans, and who are really, they're big Josh Allen fans. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on two things. One is getting to 9-3, and the other is waking up from the 2-month coma you were in October and November when Josh Allen was awful. Because evidently that never happened. It was just the first month of the season and last week. So welcome back, and congrats on the record. Now let me also tell you this, Bills fans. You know who's a huge Buffalo Bills fan this weekend? This guy. Because you know what happens if the Bills win? You know who slides right into that 1 seed. Slides right into home field. A nice buy on Wild Card weekend. The old Kansas City Chiefs. So I don't have any Bills paraphernalia because there was no garage sales or secondhand stores around me to pick one up. But if there was, I'd be wearing a Bills hat right now because for 1 weekend only, I am a giant Josh Allen fan. And now let me tell you, Wilds, that's a scary place to be, even against a banged-up Steelers defense. But this weekend, I'm going to be eating my buffalo wings, those things called garbage plates they love in upstate New York. It's like pasta and chili and a bunch of nonsense. But whatever it is, I'm doing all of it because I'm a huge Bills fan this weekend. I want them
You're going to slide right into the one.
And
you're going to slide right into the 1 seed, and then you're going to lose to the Saints, and you're probably going to lose to, guess who? No. The Chargers. The team that should have beat you the first time.
So here's the thing. We don't have to go through the Chiefs' schedule, but I'll tell you this. If the Steelers lose to the Bills, the Chiefs can lose to the Saints, still the 1 seed. Because you know who beat these Bills? The Chiefs. So we're great. So let's go Bills. Wilds. I'm a huge Buffalo fan.
Yeah.
I'm texting with Jim Kelly after the show. Let's go. I'm down for all of this. Let's go.
I was texting with Thurman Thomas. I'm back too, so please leave me alone. Nick is a Bills fan. I am not quite a Bills fan, but guys, if you want me to be, I will be.
Online too for me.
Here's what I do. Yeah, I win the AFC East. I win the AFC East, so I'm going to win regardless. So when I see who's going to win, I'm going to throw my support behind them. So if it's the Bills, sure, Patriots are out, I'm going to become a Bills fan. That's my identity. I win the AFC East. It's like something I do.
Okay.
It's just happening. It's not bandwagon. It's just kind of getting smart. Okay, here's a question. With so much talk about the Steelers needing to run, they lost 1 game, and it's like, oh, blow the whole offense up. We got to run the ball. What's Big Ben doing? He's acting like a screenwriter back there, writing his own script rather than calling the plays. Brandon, do you think there's extra pressure for the Steelers to run the ball because there seems like an unstoppable narrative that Big Ben is throwing too much?
I think there is, absolutely, and it's probably making the locker room a little bit uncomfortable right now. But I don't know if it's uncomfortable for Big Ben because this has been an issue. Like we were talking about the last couple games yesterday, but you go back to 2010, why didn't they bring back Bruce Arians? Because Big Ben was getting hit too much because he was throwing it around. They wouldn't run the ball. Nick showed us yesterday how successful the Pittsburgh Steelers were before Big Ben took over and how they got it done. Right, Big Ben, they were playing good defense and they were running the ball, Jerome Bettis. And now all of a sudden we're letting Big Ben cook. Can he throw it around? Absolutely. I played against Big Ben in college and I saw this guy go 30 for 31 at Miami of Ohio against UCF. The only incomplete pass was a receiver who dropped the ball right through his hands. Big Ben can throw it, but that's not the formula for the Pittsburgh Steelers to their path to the Super Bowl. So absolutely, they need to get Big Ben and get him under control and stop changing plays, Big Ben.
And for this game specifically, the Steelers' depth defensively is really going to be tested. They went into the season with the best group of linebackers, which it kind of makes sense. The Pittsburgh Steelers should have amazing linebacker play. They went into the season with the best group of linebackers in football. They lose Devin Bush 2 months ago. They lose Bud Dupree 2 weeks ago.
That's right.
And now Vince Williams is on the COVID list. And so a Buffalo team that doesn't love to run the football, by the way. They like to let Josh Allen do his thing, which is, hit or miss. Buffalo might be well served to try to run the football this week because Pittsburgh's so banged up. But through hook or crook, I don't care how they do it. Let's go Bills. Let's get this win, baby. 2.5-point favorites. Let's go. Let's go Buffalo. Come on.
We wonder aloud what we will see from Big Ben. What will we see from Jalen Hurts in his first start on Sunday? Talk some Eagles on the other side. This is First Things First.